Lightning Monkeyen. Hello to you. Thanks for saying hello. And so far, I do too. We're only one episode in. Maybe I like this better than the beginning of Final Fantasy VIII. Maybe I like it better than Final Fantasy 1, 2, or 3, but I haven't played any of the 3D remakes to really get a good feel for them. I don't like it better than 13, the whole trilogy, or 10, or 9, or 7, or 6, or 4. I don't know a lot about 5, but it had a job system. I'm a big fan of job systems. I think they give you that flexibility you need in a game. Blaze Edge is here. Hello, Blaze Edge. How are you? Hello. Saying both hello and what game she might be playing. Sarah Hips is here. Hello to you, Sarah Hips. Sarah, I was watching some Tales of videos trying to see which one to play. I don't know if I'm so big on Berseria. It's a really serious game. I'm like pretty I don't want to spoil the story of the game I haven't played. Pretty serious things are being said. That's pretty vague, but how about this? After a disaster, some people were not being sensitive to others, or they were... It's not like they were trying to be mean. They thought, well, maybe that was for the best. That character, not happy with that at all. All right, let's get started. Let's see what this game has to offer. I won't be able to play any overtime today. As soon as we hit at 11:30, and I know I started 10 minutes late, I gotta go because me and Stella have a class downstairs, and I don't want to be late for that. So we'll do what we're gonna have. We're gonna do what we got. That's what we'll do. Smurf, just don't hide anymore. Hey, look at that! Smurf's like magic. Boom, here I am. I've got this moved over to the side so I can play a PlayStation 1 game. Remember those? Jason Goldman. He was one hit away from killing the final boss of Cartoon Network Punch. Time Explosion XL. He lasered you. Off a platform. Oh my god, Jason. But you like Sonic, so don't you like bad platforming mechanics? Stuff like that? Hey, how is 13 on the PC? Can you do any mods? Probably, eh? Me, no. I haven't gotten any. I see all the deals, but I have so many games to play right now. It's like, why buy a bunch of games? I guess I could play them later. Is it still Black Friday? It's Black Weekend, right? Alright, that is Zoom. There's a run button, too. Which one is it? I think it is square. Oh, yeah, I love the way he runs, actually. This is probably the best part of the game. Because he doesn't turn too sharply. But, so that's kind of realistic. The way he runs is not super real. So, that's not bad. Never gets tired, this guy. Never, ever. If you're a warrior like him, you don't get tired. You wake up every morning. I feel like he's going slower. Just bought FF12 and Pokemon Ultra Sun. Oh, yeah, baby. It's great. Welcome to my inn. Please take your time, relax, and rest yourselves here. Sure. I'll relax like this. This is how I relax. I'm a warrior. Do I look like I need to have a nap? Yep, okay. You're the guy that runs in here, eh? I was told to come in here and clear this place out. What a fat little lump. Looks like a real person, though. Gotta still finish AC Origins The Last of Us. Smurf's gonna go buy more games. Bought Dead by Daylight. Sarah's playing too many games right now. And RE5. Yeah, that's the thing, right? It's so easy to get so many of them. I thought, oh my god, do I need more? I need a Tales of game, but it's already on sale for $40. The war is finally over, but it's such a cost to our fellow countrymen. I've never played Dead by Daylight. Who makes that? Magic energy has made life easier. Everything you see here in Ura is thanks to the blessing of the Magic Industrial Revolution. Off to the next. I miss Final Fantasy games. Hopefully this will fill a hole in my sad heart. Maybe I'll have to go play 12. Rip. 100G. Hiding behind that. Who could have put that there? A drug dealer? Look at the way this loads in. It's like a dissolve. Kind of nice. It's a bit disorienting. $10. Industrial area that sprawls below is the crown symbol of the magic industrial revolution. The people live here and make the lavish lifestyle possible. Ah, you got whetstones, baby. Kick that kid. If she gives me a whetstone. Don't creepily walk up like that, freak. That was strange. Memory time. Kaim recalls memory that was locked deep in his heart. What a cold way to narrate that. Dream has been revealed. A to dream. Great. Only life was so easy. My little espresso cup today. How big it is compared to my face. Lovely white flowers mark the town. They bloom at every street corner, not in beds or fields set aside for their cultivation, blending naturally and in profusion with every row of houses, as though the buildings and the blossoms have grown up together. The season is early spring, and snow still lingers in the nearby mountains. The stretch of ocean that gently laps the town's southern shore is bathed in refulgent sunlight. This is an old and prosperous harbor town. Even now, each day its piers see many cruise ships and freighters come and go. Bonus points if everybody, or if anyone knows what refulgent means. My Steam ID, I think, is Game Think Talk. Try that one, buddy. Its history, however, is sharply divided between the time before and the time after an event that happened one day, long ago. People here prefer not to talk about it, the watershed engraved upon the town's chronology. The memories are too sorrowful to make stories out of them. Kaim knows this, and because he knows it, he has come here once again. I think they're talking about Final Fantasy X too. Passing through, the tavern master asks him. At the sound of his voice, Kaim responds with a faint smile. You're here for the festival, I suppose. You should take your time and enjoy it. The man is in high spirits. You're here for the festival, I suppose. You should take your time and enjoy it. He has joined his customers in a glass after glass until now, and is quite red in the face, but no one shows any signs of blaming him for overindulging. Every seat in the tavern is filled, and the air reverberates with laughter. Happy voices can be heard now and then as well from the road. The entire town is celebrating. Once each year, the festival has people making merry all night long until the sun comes up. Hope you've got room for the night, sir. Too late to find one now. Every inn is overflowing. So it seems. Not that anyone would be foolish enough to spend a night like this quietly tucked away under the covers in his room. The tavern master winks at Kaim as if to say, not you. I'm sure. Tonight we're going to have the biggest, wildest party you've ever seen, and everybody's invited, locals or not. Drink, food, gambling, women. Just let me know what you want. I'll make sure you have it. Kaim sips his drink and says nothing. Because he's planning to stay awake all night, he's not taking a room. Though he has no plans to enjoy the festival either. Kaim will be offering up a prayer at the hour before dawn when the night is at its darkest and deepest. So, this Kaim guy's pretty fun. Everyone's having the greatest party of the year, and people are like, Kaim, what are you doing tonight? Are you going to come drinking with us? Get the women and the gambling? And Kaim says, tonight I will be staying up all night, though I have not taken a room, and I will not enjoy the festival. Oh, what are you doing? Something important? At the hour before dawn, I will offer up a prayer. Oh, okay, Kaim. When the night is at its darkest and... Oh, okay, Kaim. I will leave the town, sent off by the morning sun as it pokes its face up between the mountains and the sea, just as I did at the time of my last visit. Back then, the tavern master, who a few minutes ago was telling one of the regular customers that his first grandchild is about to be born, was himself just an infant. What? The tavern master was an infant? Back then. Oh, okay, so it wasn't a year ago. I thought, for some reason, I thought that was a year. No, forgot he's immortal. This one's on me! Drink up, says the tavern master, filling Kaim's shot glass. He peers at Kaim suspiciously and says, You did come for the festival. No, not really, says Kaim. Don't tell me you didn't know about it. You mean you came here by pure chance? Afraid so. Well, if you came here on business, forget it. You'll never get serious talk out of anybody in a special night like this. Tavern Master goes on to explain what is so special about this night. You must have heard something about it. Once, a long, long time ago, this town was almost completely destroyed! Cheers! There are two kinds of events that divide history into before and after. One is the birth or death of some great personage, a hero or a savior. The other is something like a war or a plague or a natural disaster. What divided this town's history into before and after was a violent earthquake. It happened without warning and gave the soundly sleeping people of the town no chance to flee. A crack opened up in the earth with a roar, and roads and buildings just fell to pieces. Fires started, and they spread in the twinkling of an eye. Almost everyone was killed. You probably can't imagine it. All I know is what they taught me in school, and what does Resurrection Festival mean to a kid? It was just something that happened once upon a time. I live here, and that's all it means to me. So a traveler like you probably can't even begin to imagine what it was like. Is that what they call this holiday? Resurrection Festival? Uh-huh. The town was resurrected from a total ruin to this. That's what the celebration is all about. Kaim gives the man a grim smile and sips his liquor. What's so funny? Tavern Master asks. Last time I was here, they were calling it Earthquake Memorial Day. It wasn't a festival for this kind of wild celebrating. What are you talking about? It's been the Resurrection Festival ever since I was a kid. That was before you were old enough to remember anything. Huh? And before that, they called it the Consolation of the Spirits. They'd burn a candle for each person who died and pray for them to rest in peace. It was a sad festival, lots of crying. You sound as if you saw it happening yourself. The Tavern Master laughs a loud snort. You look sober, but you must be plastered out of your mind. Now listen, it's festival night, so I'm going to let you off the hook for pulling my leg. Why, what does he normally do, kill them? But don't say stuff like that in front of the other townspeople. All of our ancestors, mine included, are the ones who barely escaped with their lives. He knows full well what he's doing. He never expected the man to believe it. He just wanted to find out for himself whether the townspeople were still handing down the memories of the tragedy, whether deep down behind their laughing faces, there still lingered the sorrow that had been passed down from their forefathers' time. Kaim, what are you going to do tonight? I'm going to be talking to people. That's good, getting social, being social, Kaim. Not quite. I'm just going to look and see if deep down behind their laughing faces, there still lingers any sorrow that has been passed down from their forefathers' time. Good, Kaim. Good talking to you. Called away by one of his other customers, the Tavern Master leaves Kaim's side, but not without first delivering a warning. Be careful what you say, sir. That kind of nonsense can get you in trouble. Really. Think about it. The earthquake happened all of 200 years ago. Kaim does not answer him. Instead, he sips his liquor in silence. Among the ones who died in the tragedy 200 years ago were his wife and daughter. Of all the dozens of wives and hundreds of children that Kaim has had in his eternal life, the wife and child he had here were especially unforgettable. Oh, the grass is always greener. We all want what we can't have. Just because your wife died, do you think she's so great? In those days, Kaim had a job at the harbor. There were just 3 of them. He, his wife, and their little girl. And your little girl, too. They lived simply and happily. The same kind of days that had preceded today would continue on into endless tomorrows. Everyone in the town believed that, including Kaim's wife and daughter, of course. But Kaim knew differently, precisely because his own life was long without end, and he had consequently tasted the pain of countless partings. Kaim knew all too well that in the daily life of humans, there was no forever. So his wife and daughter are like, it's so great here. Don't you think this is going to go on forever with endless tomorrows, Daddy? Actually, no. I've already tasted countless partings. No, there is no forever, honey. This life his family was leading would have to end sometime. It could not go on unchanged. This was by no means a cause for sorrow, however. Denied a grasp upon forever, human beings knew how to love and cherish the here and now. I love you, Daddy. That's because you're going to die. Kaim especially loved to show his daughter flowers. One who loved flowers, the more fragile and short-lived the better. Flowers that bloomed with the morning sun and scattered before the sun went down. They were everywhere in this harbor town, lovely white flowers that bloomed in early spring. His daughter loved the flowers. She was a gentle child who would never break off blossoms that had struggled so bravely to bloom. Instead, she simply watched them for hours at a time. That year, too. Look how big the buds are. They'll be blooming any time now, she said happily when she found the white flowers on the road near the house. Tomorrow, maybe. Absolutely. Get up early tomorrow morning and have a look. Poor little flowers, though. It's nice when they bloom, but then they wither right away. All the better, said Kaim's wife. It's good luck if you get to see them blooming. That makes it more fun. It may be fun for us, but think about the poor flowers. They work so hard to open up, and they wither that same day. It's sad. Well, yes, I guess so. A momentary air of sadness flowed into the room, but Kaim quickly dispelled it with a laugh. Ha ha! Happiness is not the same thing as longevity. What does that mean, pup? It may not bloom for long, but the flower is happy if it can open up the prettiest blossom and give off the sweetest perfume it knows how to make while it is blooming. The girl seemed to be having trouble grasping what her weird father said and simply nodded with a little sigh. She then broke into a smile and said, "Whatever you say, weirdo dad." Your smile is more beautiful than any flower in full bloom. He should have said that to her. He regretted that he didn't. The words he had uttered so carelessly, he came to realize, turned out to be something of a prophecy. Well now, young lady, if you're getting up early to see the flowers tomorrow morning, you'd better go off to bed right now. All right, weird dad, if I really have to. I'm going to bed now, too, said Kaim's wife. Okay then, good night, Papa, his wife said to Kaim. Good night, dear. I really am going to bed now. Good night, Kaim replied, enjoying one last cup to ease the day's fatigue. What is going on? We are 18 minutes in of text adventure Odyssey. Did you know that this is the Sakaguchi who created Final Fantasy and was like the producer of all the Final Fantasies? He actually wrote this one. Can you tell there's a difference in how it's written? These turned out to be the last words the family shared. Ooh. Violent earthquake struck the town before dawn. Kaim's house collapsed in a heap of rubble. Kaim's two loved ones departed for that other world before they could awaken from their deep sleep and without ever having had a chance to say good morning to him. The morning sun rose on a town that had been destroyed in an instant. Amid the rubble, the flowers were blooming, the white flowers that Kaim's daughter had wanted so badly to see. Kaim thought to lay a flower and offering on his daughter's cold corpse, but abandoned the idea. He could not bring himself to pick a flower. No one, no living being on the face of earth, he realized, had the right to snatch the life of a flower that possessed that life for only one. So, are you going to put a flower on your dead daughter's body? No, no one has that right, says Kaim. Kaim could never say to his daughter, you go first to heaven and wait for me. I'll be there before. Nor would he ever know the joy of reunion with his loved ones. What do you mean he could never say that to his daughter? Why would he say that? I guess he means to her dead corpse. Live for 1,000 years meant bearing the pain of 1,000 years of partings. Kaim continued his long journey. Oh God, long is right. A dizzying number of years and months flowed by. Years and months during which numberless wars and natural calamities scorched the earth. People were born and they died. They loved each other and were parted from the ones they loved. There were joys beyond measure and sorrows just as measureless. People fought and argued without end. They also loved and forgave each other endlessly. Thus was history built up as the tears of the past evolved gradually to prayers for the future. Kaim continued his long story. After a while, he rarely thought about the wife and daughter with whom he had spent those few short days in the harbor town, but he never forgot them. Kaim continued his long journey. What? And in the course of his travels, he stopped by this harbor town. As the night deepened, the din of the crowds only increased, but now, as a hint of light comes into the sky without a signal from anyone, the noise gives way to silence. Kaim had been standing in the town's central square. The revelers, too, have found their way here one at a time, until almost before he knows it, the stone-paved plaza is filled with people. Kaim feels a tap on the shoulder. I didn't expect to find you here, says the tavern master. When Kaim gives him a silent smile, the tavern master looks somewhat embarrassed and says, "There's something I forgot to tell you before." Oh? Well, you know, the earthquake happened a long time ago, before my father and mother's time, even before my grandparents' generation. It might sound funny for me to say this, but I can't imagine this town in ruins. I know what you mean. I do think, though, that there are probably things in this world that you can remember even if you haven't actually experienced them, like the earthquake. I haven't forgotten it, and I'm not the only one. It may have happened 200 years ago, but nobody in this town has ever forgotten. We can't imagine it, but we can't forget it either. Just as Kaim nods again to signal his understanding of the tavern keeper's words, a somber melody echoes throughout the square. This is the hour when the earthquake destroyed the town. All the people assembled here close their eyes, clasp their hands together, and offer up a prayer. The tavern master and Kaim among them. Just let's say hello to Metalhead in Twitch. Says really enjoys the stories. You know, Metalhead, I find them really, really long. By the way, Corey, thanks for letting me know. I find them long, but they are nice. And would we prefer it as a cutscene? I don't know. This is an interesting way to do it. Maybe a little faster. I think you could get the point across. And also, I don't feel like I totally understand his character just enough yet through gameplay to totally relate with what he's going through in the story. Whereas a movie, I think you need to have the story before you care about them dying. I think in a game, you need to have some gameplay for a bit more of a connection. But I could see liking it. It kind of reminds me of playing like Firewatch or more of an indie game. All right. To Kaim's closed eyes come the smiling faces of his dead wife and daughter. Why are they so beautiful and so sad? These faces that believe with all their hearts that tomorrow is sure to come. The music ends. The story does not. The morning sun climbs above the horizon. And everywhere throughout the town bloom countless white flowers. The one-day flowers, baby. In 200 years, the white flowers have changed. Scientists have hypothesized that the earthquake may have changed the nature of the soil itself, but no one knows the cause for sure. The lives of the flowers have lengthened. Where before they would bloom and wither in the space of a single day, now they hold their blooms for 3 and 4 days at a time. Moistened by the dew of night, bathed in the light of the sun, the white flowers strive to live their lives to the fullest, beautifying the town as if striving to live with a portion of life denied to those whose tomorrows were snatched away from them forever. All right, so we had a story about Kaim. We're learning a bit more about him, giving some context to this place as a... I do believe it's this place. He's immortal, and the problems with being immortal. Maester, how long does this take for a full playthrough, trying to 100% it? Hey, hopefully Metalhead knows. So, that is pretty interesting that if you were immortal, would it, like the problems that would come with it, watching people die around you and then losing them so suddenly, like you didn't even have time to prepare for it. It's a lovely place. Wonder if he can, faster if you run. A bit more of an, it feels a bit more interactive than a Final Fantasy game, in a way, the way they did the engine. That's right. Or he is Maester. Well, we'll see if Metalhead has the answer for you. I'm assuming Metalhead's beat it. Lieutenant Argadar, is it? Councilman Gongora is currently serving suspension. I believe you have your own mission to handle, yes? You betcha. Nice big town to explore. That almost has like a futuristic kind of vibe. Actually, I like the combinations of architecture. It kind of reminds me of the first town you visit in Morrowind. That one that you travel off to. Bora's Mansion Garden. Take the servants' entrance, will you? I kind of like that there's no music here, too. I feel like this gives it a bit of a reverence. A lot of these energy buckets everywhere. These things are pretty cool, too. It's a bit like steampunk. It looks like farm technology, like tractor. And then we've got these guys with the big holes in their helmets that totally look like keychains. Lord Gongora is not seeing anyone at this time. And just between you and me, none of his servants are searching for you right now. By direct orders from the council, no one is allowed to see Lord Gongora. Give up and go away. Okay. Glorious Seymour. Like 70, says Metalhead. So there are a lot of side quests, and there is a dungeon that you need to be over level 70 to beat the game a lot lower. Metalhead beat it at level 45. Oh, interesting. All right, so what's our... we haven't played this game for like 4 or 5 days, so I'm trying to think, what is our next thing we need? So Metalhead, if somebody knows, give me maybe give me a little hint. We've played a lot of linear RPGs where it's quite easy to just walk straight forward and no problem at all. I don't think they have no, there's not like a journal thing of where you're supposed to go. That person said you have your own mission now, so go do it. Maybe we didn't need to come to this end of the town. But they do walk pretty fast, and I don't think... Ooh, that'll freak me out. Ura, residential. So this person had said, you got your own mission to do, so go do it. Right? We have our own mission to hand. Gotcha. Alright, look at that guy. That's the one that was causing problems and suspicion when he's been suspended. Put your hand in the garbage. What you got? Seed. Not bad. What's the last thing that happened story-wise? Well, we just started, actually. Yeah. So we saw the big meeting with all the baddies. Not the baddies, all the politicians. And they had suspended that guy. So I think we are off to, I guess, inspect it. Inspect what happened. Magma fragment behind the picture. Okay. So I guess we just need to probably go back the other way we came. We stayed at the inn. And I guess we probably go... We've basically explored... No, we have. Explored as far as we can that way. So I guess we just go back. Ura Main Street. What's this thing? It's the, I don't know. It's got a flag of some kind of crab thing. Not sure. There we go. Right. So this is where we just came out of. And I don't think we can go through here. Nope, that's the place where the old man was. So... And there's nothing here, really, unless we want to go explore upstairs. That's just an inn. Interesting the way Metalhead worded that. I'm not sure where you are in the story of this town. This looks like where we were supposed to go all along. Excuse me, coming through. Pardon me, pardon me. Excuse me, pardon me. Oh, what a badass. Checking people in the mirror, but not giving his... that he knows away. Now he's going to be ready for action when this person comes for him. Where'd he go?
Wait, let go! My throat!
I can't hear any of this.
Damn.
Can you?
Why are you
following me?
You're Kaim Argonar. I mean, Lord Gungor asked me to do it. It's the truth. I'm supposed to tell you to go to his manor. He has something important to tell you.
You are?
Jansen, messenger for Lord Gungora. At your service. Man, what an attitude. Jeez whiz.
Did you guys hear the dialogue? I didn't hear any dialogue there. But sometimes when I have headphones on my TV, I can't hear anything coming out the side. It's kind of low. But you could hear the dialogue. Okay, so it's just not coming through on my headphones. Okay. Yeah. Sometimes that happens when I have the... Alright, so it was on, it was just low. Yeah, I heard nothing. Sometimes I think when I have my... I plug something into the TV from like a headphone extender, then it doesn't come through all the way. Hopefully this doesn't bleed through from the TV. Maybe I can just make it mono instead of stereo? Whatever. This will have to work for now. Alright. Well, thanks, Metalhead. Oh, we have somebody in our Discord, Jeremy B. He collects these game guides. Because they are a really beautiful way to have a memory of the game. Epsilon Gongora is the greatest wizard in all of Ura. They say his political enemies fear to move against him because of the power he wields. He's the one who made us immortal. You got a seed. Not sure what the seeds do yet. Hey, lady. Searching for my husband. He belongs to the 98th Armored Magic Troopers Division. And I heard his unit was sent into battle with Kent. Still hopeful, but... Will you be my new husband? Ick. You got a magma fragment. Keychain polys. Yeah, I'll save. Trust me, this game is kind of a hidden gem. By the end of it, you will love it, and it kind of flopped because it was an Xbox, but I don't think it was that. Huh. Well, thanks for that, Metalhead. It's come highly recommended from one of our patrons, Jeremy B. And I finally played Final Fantasy X just last month or so, so I'm really excited for another sort of Sakaguchi Final Fantasy. As we go in here. I like that they have the Highlands of Wool wiped out by a meteor? Was it magic energy? The street is closed. Use the other street over there. Okay. Because I couldn't hear anything from that last story, did I miss where we were supposed to go? Because of what that guy was saying to us? The little alleyway? Probe. Seems like a direct translation. To be honest, I thought it was actually a different game entirely, but when I seen the picture of the case... That's amazing. Well, looks like there's this thing. Enter. Gotta make good use of the minimaps because they're not super telegraphed on the screen of what they are. Vierno's Tavern. Hold on, you're fresh from the Battlefield 2, aren't you? Guess we both owe someone upstairs big time, huh? Kinda feel like a heel thinking about all my dead buddies, but having another chance to see your family, well, it's a great feeling. I wouldn't know, mine are dead. I didn't think I'd actually make it out of this alive, after all. I have no idea what I'm going to do when it's time to knock on my family's front door. Oh, a door. Memory time. He'd be an awkward guy to talk to. You mention something and he goes... And then he doesn't say anything for quite a while. Back to his manor. Alone in the crowd, a rugged man nursing his drink in the far corner of the old post town's only tavern. A single man strides into the tavern door, massively built. He wears the garb of a warrior. His soiled uniform bespeaks a long journey. Fatigue marks his face, but his eyes wear a penetrating gleam, the look of a fighting man on active duty. The tavern's din hushes instantly. Every drunken eye in the place fastens on the soldier with awe and gratitude. The long war with neighboring countries ended at last, and the men who fought on the front lines are returning to their homes. So it is with this military man. The soldier takes a seat at the table next to Kaim's and downs a slug of liquor with the forcefulness of a hard drinker, a man who drinks to kill his pain. 2 cups, 3, 4. Another customer approaches him, bottle in hand, wearing an ingratiating grin, a typical crafty town punk. Let me offer you a drink, wheedles the man, as a token of gratitude for your heroic efforts on behalf of the fatherland. The soldier unsmilingly allows the man to fill his cup. How was it at the front? I'm sure he performed many valiant deeds on the battlefield. The soldier empties his cup in silence. The punk refills the cup and adopts an ever more fawning smile. Now that we're friends, how about telling me some war tales? You got such big, strong arms. How many enemy soldiers did you kill? Without a word, the soldier hurls the contents of his cups into the man's face. The punk flies into a rage and draws his knife. No sooner does it leave its sheath than Kaim's fist sends it flying through the air. He punched a knife. Faced with the powerful united front of Kaim and the soldier, the punk runs out muttering curses. The two big men watch him go, then share a faint smile. Kaim doesn't have to speak with the soldier to know that he lives in deep sadness. For his part, the soldier, having cheated death any number of times, is aware of the shadow that lurks in Kaim's expression. The tavern's din returns. Kaim and the soldier pour each other drinks. I got a wife and a daughter I haven't seen since I shipped out, says the soldier. It's been 3 long years. He lets himself smile shyly now for the first time as he takes a photograph of his wife and daughter from his pocket and shows it to Kaim. The wife, a woman of dewy freshness, the daughter still very young. They're the reason I survived. The thought of going home to them alive was all that sustained me in battle. Your home far from here? No, my village is just over the next pass. I'm sure they've heard the news that the war is over and can hardly wait to have me home. He could get there tonight if he wanted to badly enough. It was that close. But the soldier downs a mouthful of liquor and groans. I'm afraid. Afraid of what? I want to see my wife and daughter, but I'm afraid to have them see me. I don't know how many men I've killed these past 3. I had no choice. I had to do it to stay alive. I was going to get back to my family. I had no choice but to kill one enemy soldier after another, and each and every one of those men had families they had left at home. It was the code of war, the soldier's destiny. To stay alive in battle, you had to go on killing men before they could do it. I had no time to think about such things. I was too busy trying to survive. I see it now, though, that now that the war is over, 3 years of sin are carved into my face. This is the face of a killer. I don't want to show this face to my wife and daughter. The soldier pulls out a leather pouch from which he withdraws a small stone. He tells Kaim it is an unpolished gemstone, something he found shortly after he had left the battlefield. Stone, Kaim asks uncared. The stone on the table is a dull black without a hint of a gleam a gem should have. It sparkled when I first found it. I was sure my daughter would love it, but when I brought it home to her. Gradually, though, the stone lost its gleam and turned cloudy. Every time I killed an enemy soldier, something like the stain of blood would rise to the surface of the stone. As you can see, it's almost solid black now after 3 years. The stone is stained by the sins I've committed. All at myself. You don't have to blame yourself so harshly, says Kaim. I had to do it to stay alive. I know that, says the soldier. I know that, but still, just like me, the men I killed had villages to go home to, and families waiting for them there. Making this guy sound so happy. Hey, Khaled! The soldier then says to Kaim, you too, I suppose. You must have a family. Kaim gives his head a little shake. Not me, he says. Family. Home village, at least? I don't have any place to go home to. Eternal traveler, eh? Oh, that's me. The soldier chuckles softly and gives Kaim a sour smile. What does that look like? It's hard to tell how fully he believes what Kaim has told him. He slips the sin stone into the leather pouch and says, you know what I think? If the stone turned darker every time I took a life, it ought to get some of its gleam back every time I save it. Instead of answering, Kaim drains the last drops of liquor from his cup and rises from the table. The soldier remains in his chair, and Kaim, staring down at him, offers him these words of advice. You have a place you can go home to. You should go to it. Just go. No matter how much guilt you have weighing you down, I'm sure your wife and daughter will understand. You're no criminal. You're a hero. Fought your heart out to stay alive. I'm glad I met you, says the soldier. I needed to hear that. He holds his right hand out to Kaim, who grasps it in return. I hope your travels go well, says the soldier. Says the soldier. That's a hard thing to say. And your travels will soon be over, says Kaim with a smile, starting for the door. Just then the punk charges at Kaim from behind, wielding a pistol. Oh no. Watch out, bellows the soldier and rushes after Kaim. As Kaim whirls around, the punk takes aim and shouts, you can't treat me like that, you son of a bitch! The soldier flies between the two men and takes a bullet in the gut. And so, as he so desperately wished to do, the soldier had saved someone's life. Ironically, it is for the life of Kaim, man who could neither age nor die, that the soldier has traded his one and only. Sprawled on the floor, nearly unconscious, the soldier thrusts the leather pouch into Kaim's head. Look at my sin stone. Shine has come back. Blood spurts from his mouth, strangling him. Kaim looks inside the bag and says, "It's sparkling now. It's clean." "It is? Good." He smiles with satisfaction. Holds his hand out for the pouch. Gently, Kaim lays the pouch on the palm of his hand and folds the man's. The soldier draws his last breath. The pouch falls to the floor. The dead man's face wears a peaceful expression. Stone, however, the man's sin stone, which has rolled from the open pouch, black as ever. That one was really sad. Kaim is bad luck. Be a while before I'm back home, though. Wonder how everyone's doing. Wow. Alright, back to his manor, says Corey. So we just went there too early. We didn't get the story element. Wow. So it's about embracing the things you have. Have you heard about this? A connection of mine in the council told me Councilman Gangora has been confined to his private estate. Could it be true? So the soldiers in front of his house aren't protecting him, but rather keeping him there? Don't talk to me. It's bad luck. You might die. So it's about grasping what you have in your life. Don't wait too long. It might be gone before you know it. Embrace what you have. He just wanted that stone to go clear. Poor old soldier boy. How are you doing there, Colette? Huh. A lot slower paced than Final Fantasy, that's for sure. Very, very slow paced. Alley over the hill. They always show me this for 3 seconds. Not even 3 seconds. I'm happy the load times. Hey jerks, get out of my way. I'm important. Lord Tolton is currently visiting. Please wait a little longer. What? Metalhead says the pace gets faster. Awesome. I'm fine. I'm fine with a slow start. I think games need a good start though, because you can lose people, man. Especially now, there's so many games to play, right? Or a mansion study.
House arrest is going too far. I have firmly opposed Roxian on this. Do not despair, Gongora.
You know what's a really annoying thing about this game? You have to press A during cutscenes to progress it. So it gives it like a really weird, stilted vibe.
Thank you, Your Majesty. It is much more than I could have asked. Your father would have been pleased.
I could never fill my father's shoes. And now that Ura is a republic, I am simply a citizen like everyone else. I am no longer Your Majesty.
I respect the royal blood that flows in your veins. It is only fitting that I offer the respect you're due.
Do not be foolish. People will think you're a dissident who wants to restore the monarchy.
I'm truly happy that you have come to see me. You've always been so kind.
You taught me the rudiments of magic. I cannot help but... I cannot understand Roxian. I believe he intends to stop work on Grandstaff. It makes me angry, Gongora. Our entire nation has benefited from magic energy, yet he does not understand the significance of Grandstaff. If we can increase magic energy with Grandstaff, just think how much better our people's lives would be. We would no longer need soldiers. You have seen the future of Ura, and how Grandstaff can make it happen. Roxian's vision is too narrow for our nation to grow.
So it's a super weapon. Super weapon is coming. We've already heard tales of people dying. A soldier that died for him. That soldier that's in the pub waiting to go see his family. Kaim himself. Hey, Fisher, how are ya? Huh. So they're building some kind of super weapon, and I guess we'll find out more.
I am sorry you had to witness that.
There is no need to apologize. I'm happy Your Highness understands. But even if they stop Grandstaff, we could develop a newer and far better magic engine.
Please let me know what you need, Gongora. I can help you.
I am unworthy, Your Highness.
Okay. Metalhead, do you know if there's a way to set that thing so you don't have to press A every time they finish talking? It seems so silly. That frame rate. Chugga, 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 chugga. Kaim sees you.
Hmm?
Big showdown.
Please, go in.
Please go in. All right, we'll see if this guy lies to us. So we're a very omniscient narrator. Lord Gongora is waiting in the study on the second floor. Take the left up from the central lab. Sure. What are you? It's a laboratory? Oh, he opens doors. Magic research lab. The environments are pretty interesting. Lost Odyssey, baby.
That woman. How could she be in Ura without me knowing?
Those pistons pumping. Why do they all dress like this? These lowly hacks on the council. How dare they get in the way of Lord Gongora's research? Excellent timing, Lieutenant Argonar. Prince Tolton has just left. Yes. This looks like the elevator. Is it? Guess not. Hallway. I want to take the elevator. So now I've just gone around. So that's the central laboratory, and then the elevator's in there. Okay. So this room is basically, this whole floor is basically just for the laboratory. Oh, and this, Fisher, what you've missed is this guy is an immortal warrior. He's lived thousands of years, seen many wives and kids die. Soldier. This government uses magic energy to make people's lives better. Now they're working on some kind of magic weapon. A mysterious magic weapon, so that they no longer need soldiers. You're back in the hallway. Are these all crates? Nice. I don't know what these things are. I haven't had to fight or do anything yet, so I don't know if a berserker necklace is a good thing or what. But I definitely had to explore to get them, so I'm assuming they're going to be really good. Magic research lab, alright. Take the elevator. Pigs in the council. Alright, this is an elevator, no? Looks like one to me. But it doesn't have a blue thing on it. Usually means you can't enter the door. Oh, this is the elevator right here, you dummy. It looks a bit worried to be in there. I'm drinking yerba mate. Lemon.
Good, you're here.
Didn't have to press A that time. Oh, don't kiss it. Ew.
I asked you here for only one reason.
Hold on.
Now I don't have to press the A button.
What is it?
Oh no. Great, here he comes. Hey, whoa, hey, you are really short-tempered. Hey, I don't have a sword, okay? Easy.
Why are you here?
I told you I'm just a messenger. I came to see if you really come or not, which you have, so that's good.
That's enough, Kaim. He's on our side.
Thanks. A little late, though.
We can use him. He's cunning and quick, and he has many connections. I want you to take him on your investigation of Grandstaff.
No way, sir. No way.
You know, I thought he'd say that, my lord. His shoes, hello?
Look,
I don't want to take
this other immortal joining the investigation, she might be dangerous.
Why?
The woman was once a pirate. I don't know how it happened, but she's now a soldier for our army. Well, the past is the past, and I know little else about her. Take Jensen with you. He can help keep her in check. Despite what else he may be, he has a healthy respect for women.
So, you know, I heard she was a looker, if you catch my drift. I mean, you've seen her, right? Okay, be that way. You guys are way too serious.
Pirate. All right. Understood.
All right, then. I'll be there early. Oh, yeah, you can count on it.
Remember, Kaim, you're the only one I can trust. I can't leave here for a while. The Grandstaff is my life's work. So if something is wrong, I want you, with your immortal powers, to find out what it is. Understood?
Not be immortal anymore.
You'll be briefed later. You should go now.
I'll be right behind you. Oh, he's gonna be fun to work with.
This is for your trouble.
Wow, nice. You know, my lord, I've been thinking, working with this guy, it's like playing with fire. I mean, did you see his eyes? I mean, that's creepy. I got a bad feeling about this whole thing. I mean, this little guarantee is not gonna be enough, I'm afraid, to keep an eye on him. You're gonna have to give me a little bit more, you know what I'm saying?
You're already under a magic contract. Don't get greedy.
Whoa, hey, okay, that's some serious mojo, buddy. Easy, easy.
Is your fee still unsatisfactory?
Okay, not funny. I'm not laughing, okay? I didn't stick my neck out for this, okay? Jeez, everyone's a pain in the ass. I'm taking a bath.
Taking a bath. Yeah, Khaled, I believe so. He's like it's kind of like a compromise of the silent protagonist. Have them not say very much, so a lot of it is left up to the player to interpret. When he said pirates out of a long stressed silence, he knows a lot about pirates. Yeah, so you can kind of fill in the gaps of like everything that might have happened between him and the pirates. Lieutenant Argonar, do you have everything you need for your journey? You should prepare yourself well, so that you may better fulfill the expectations of Lord Gongora. Having you coming in out here could damage Lord Gongora's reputation. The council won't look kindly. Won't be allowed to re-enter the mansion once you're sure you want to leave. Okay. I don't know what else there is to get. We did find those awesome items off to the side. But I don't know what else there is. Pirates. The guy just says, oh well, the past is the past. Alright, they must just mean those boxes that we got. I don't think there's anything else. Doesn't look like it. The doors are really finicky in this game. They have a very small target window. Alright. I guess we could go... Maybe we could pop out on that other side. Maybe those 3 items we got are really useful. We got a Berserker bracelet. Would be neat. There is no. Don't think. Ain't gold. You can go around this way. Kinda how people open doors. Alright. We've seen it all. It's time to go. A lot of slowdown for this little room. What's gonna happen when there's a big boss on the screen or something? I wonder what the enemies are gonna be like. Baster says only in Twitch is he lag because you can't set quality. I'm sending less than 3,000 kilobits per second to Twitch. I know that they recommend maximum of 3,500. What's your internet connection, Corey? Anyways, I set it to a lower quality just so that it would be smoother. Alright, we're out of here. Don't tell me the same thing again. What are you, my mother? You already said that. Alright. So we could save. Doesn't take long to save. Yes, I will save. Time. Ooh. We haven't played for 2 hours. Wait, really? I must have just left it on. I wish they didn't do that. I wish they only tracked time spent, you know, in the game, not on a pause menu. Up on this thing. Looks like that has barely enough room to get through. Be a tough parking job. Parking that boat. Okay. I guess we can go. There it is. Casting time. D. Magic defense. Magic attack. Attack time. D. Who's a slow, heavy hitter.
Hey! I've been looking everywhere for you. I heard about the Grandstaff investigation. Looks like we both got the short end of the stick. It's not enough that we just keep surviving, eh?
Whoa.
There's always something. So, what did you learn in the council?
Nothing to do with you.
Oh, really? Say, haven't we met somewhere before? Ugh. Nothing to worry about if you can't remember. Neither can I.
You too, huh?
I can't recall a thing. All I know is that my name seems to be Seth Balmore. People say I used to be a pirate. Isn't it strange that both of us lost our memory and are immortal? Maybe we met a long time ago.
Why don't they date?
I sort of get that feeling when I look at you. When we met before, were we enemies? Or allies? Or maybe even lovers? Looking forward to starting our journey tomorrow, Kaim Arganar.
Tomorrow?
You still haven't been contacted by the council? You set out for Grandstaff tomorrow morning. I thought you would have heard by now. Oh, by the way, I'll be joining you on your little trip.
So you are going with me then?
Being late is strictly forbidden. Mwah.
She runs like I run. Everywhere in the town. Some of the writing in this game is very, very redundant. Acer says, all I heard between lag spikes was, why don't they date? Yeah, they're immortal. Seems like you should be going after an immortal person if there's plenty of them. Alright, don't be late. Yeah, there's a lot of redundant writing where, I don't know. Like, she said she's going with him, and then immediately again she says the same thing. But yeah, I'm coming with you. They don't need to say that. Fine. Bum, ba-dum, Ba-dum, ba-dum. Did I open that poster? Yes, I did. There's nothing up here, right? We did the memory. It's just this part of town. Right. Ways to get to it. That's neat. This kind of reminds me of the park in Final Fantasy VII. Oh, there's a game. Yeah. Oh yeah, sweet soccer ball. Come on. See if you can take it out of this scene. You can walk up and just press K. Miss. Kick. Yeah. I mean, oh, now we're playing Heavy Rain. I want to play a little. Yes. 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 Oh, you need to go home then. You go to your mom. I'm taking this ball with me on official soldier business. I'm immortal. I've gotten so good at soccer, being immortal. No. Load with me. Ah. All it says, I don't know why, but it feels to me as if those immortal people seem like they're not from this kingdom. No one around the city or council looks like any of them. Yeah, and he actually kind of looked like that girl, like a bit longer featured and a bit more tanned. I'm with you there, Colin. Open the door. Open the door. Tolson's Inn. Received a message from the council. You're to report to the Great Gate for your next mission. If you head to the station, you can either take the monorail or pick up a taxi to the Great Gate. There. Monorail, monorail, monorail. Almost as if each of them came from a different culture. He looks like a warrior from ancient China, and she looks like a pirate girl from the Caribbean. True. Yeah, no, I guess you're right, actually. I guess when I thought that they looked similar, it's like they both similarly don't look like they're from... They're both long and lanky. But yeah, you're right, she's got totally different features, like very Caribbean features. To what clientele, lady? Alright, let's go to take the monorail. 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 I save a lot. It's because I had made some bad mistakes in other games where I wasn't saving. Where would you think that the people here are from? They kind of have like their own like video gamey features. Like Gongora looks... It looks like an anime guy where they don't really have a... I don't really know where they're from. Most of the people in the city look bulgy with blonde hair, which is how they depict Western culture in Japanese cartoons. Yeah. Or like sort of European or, yeah. Sure, drop off a lost item. It's a gift for the owner's fiancé. He was a young soldier and he was quite distraught. It should make him very happy. I was asked to present a certain item to whomever brought the ring here, so please take this. You got a cure-all. Nice. That's fun. Guess we just take this elevator out of the monorail. Yeah, he kind of looks like, who's that? Hagar, maybe, from Final Fight, which was a Japanese game with some Western people in it. Hey, did you hear? Everyone who went to the Highlands of Wool was annihilated. Yes. Monorail. This monorail is not in operation at this time. But one day you can take it. And that the writing sort of looks like I guess like one of the Arabic family languages, or I could be way wrong about Eastern. Thank you for riding the monorail today. We'll be departing for the Great Gate. Let's go. I wonder where these taxis are. We didn't see any of those. Khalid can read and write Arabic. Ana Bagul Arabi. Get that, buddy? Monorail, the great station. This battle has turned into our worst nightmare. Everyone was killed regardless of which side they were on. I got a seed. What are you, a warrior or a farmer? So is there a lot of different kinds of Arabic language writing? Like Farsi and... How many characters are in the alphabet? Great. So now I'm sort of going back. I take this. Down. Maybe, I'm sure he'll date her. Ana Bagul Arabi. I'm saying Arabic. Yeah, it was from North Sudan was the person that taught me that. They speak like very African style, like Ana Bagul.
Why aren't we leaving? We should have already been gone by now.
I'm waiting for somebody.
What?
Waiting.
Who?
Somebody.
There's somebody else on the team.
Huh? I haven't heard about that.
I have.
He's so disappointed because it's the comic relief that's coming.
Yeah, thanks for hosting us. Hey, good morning, everybody. Thanks. You guys have seen.
What the? This is the other guy?
Yeah.
Whoa, baby. What a... I can't believe my luck.
Reeks of booze.
Why are you late?
Can't you tell? A man's got to do certain things before leaving on a mission like this, and I knew what I had to do.
I know what I had to do. They have the same outfits.
Thank you.
Like the same character model.
Do or die Johnson is now off to meet certain death.
Miss you. Oh, Jensen, come back to us. We still have that bottle
Oh, that is
for you.
so sweet. I know. Oh, don't say that. That's so nice. Oh, you girls, I'm already missing you. Hey, can I have just 15 more minutes? I need 15 for her, and her. That's 45 minutes. That's all I'm asking.
Like we would wait for you, you worthless drunk.
That hurt.
You
not very
poor
nice.
things.
I think I
You
was
know
very
what?
good.
You're free to go.
Hey,
Thanks for bringing him to us.
Well, thank you. You're such a doll. You come and play with us next time, honey. The more the
Hey,
merrier.
don't touch me. Get out of here. Shoot.
Oh, that's not very nice. Okay, bye-bye, girls. Don't cry. I'll be back. Don't worry. Okay. Bye again.
Great. Just what we need. More useless baggage.
Hey, that's not nice.
An
I ain't gonna
uncomfortable
come
way
in
to
real
point.
handy. You know, you can count on it. Whoa! Hey.
Who's counting on what?
Ow.
Ugh.
Hey. Man, you are so angry. What is your problem? Hey, you ready?
Sure. Skill link. Da-da. Mortals like Jansen learn new skills by raising their level, but immortals don't acquire new skills by leveling up. Immortals can learn skills from mortals using the skill link. By selecting a mortal, all the skills learned will be displayed. Must fill the SP gauge gained in battle. An immortal using skill link of the mortal can only earn SP towards the linked skill if they're both in the formation. Accessories. Skills. Skill slots. Mortals use the skills assigned in the skill slots. Don't forget to assign the skills. No, I never want to do that again. Unless I can do it right now. He's in the party. Jansen, level 9. Okay. Skill. Jansen. He's got steel. He's got white magic. I guess we'll do some white magic. I guess there's no skill link there yet. Skill link. Jansen. Okay. That's the one we're learning. Okay. Cool. Then everybody can be a healer. Funny that he's a buffer. He seems more like he'd be a debuffer. Sabotaging people. How can the equipment too? You're right. Did you see the way she was looking so far forward when she's pointing back behind her? Like, hey, this guy! Well, this is quite rare, running into travelers in a place like this. If you're going on a journey, then you've sure lucked out into running into me. Got some new wares and stocks, so take a look at what I have to offer. Bravely forward is here. Beyond the Great Gate is a dangerous region infested with monsters. Best be prepared. I've got it all. I don't really know what to buy because I haven't been in any battles yet, so I don't really know what is useful to buy. I don't know. Antidote. We'll probably need a couple of these things. I would imagine. Angel's Plume. Yeah, that's a good one. Flare Bomb. Well, if we don't have any black magic, that might come in handy against some enemies. Probably need more of these things. Yes. Sure. There should be more battling in the beginning so that you can get to know the get to know sort of the how the battles work and what you run out of and what you die from, you know. DJ Khaled. I run a small and humble shop in the city of Ura. If you're in need of medicine, pay me a visit. And I have 2 glasses on one side of my face. Is there a fat DJ Khaled out there? The tone of the game feels different from Final Fantasy. A bit more like realistic. More like a Western movie, I guess, the way they talk. I get to choose where we go. The Highlands of Wool, City of Ura. I guess we'll go to the one with an exclamation mark on it. Just to let you know, the first boss is harder than most first bosses. Okay. Thank you, Metalhead. Why do you have I never used Twitch. You have Twitch Prime. That's cool. DJ Call is pretty fat, rapper grade fat, like Action Bronze. Seth Belmore. He's got lots of C's. Epsilon Mountains. Epsilon.
Quick, easy, Buck. I just
Thank you, Bravely.
This is like a death march. Hey, we gotta get through that. There's no road.
Where we're going.
Get yourself together. If this is all it takes to wear you out, we're in trouble.
Yeah, well, I don't wear out in bed.
Once we get through here, there's the Epsilon Range. Those mountains are steep and rugged. The weather is unpredictable. And since the ground is unstable, we have to be on the lookout for rock slides, too. Of course, I expect to see you take a tumble into the canyon before we see any rocks doing it.
Yeah, funny. You know, Lord Gungora was saying you have a problem with your memory, right? I mean, you sure know these mountains well enough. And of course, you know you shave your legs every day and you pluck your eyebrows. And you owe me money, so I'm confused. You sure you really don't remember?
My body remembers.
What?
There was a time when I used to rush through here. I was a pirate, and supposedly I also went through these mountains. But I just don't know what the truth is. I don't have any answers.
Huh. Well, what about you? Did anyone tell you what you once were?
No.
Nothing?
Nothing.
Well, since you're so upbeat and happy, I doubt if anyone will remember you.
That's fine with me.
Oh?
My body also remembers.
How so?
Just that it was painful. If I happen to remember, and my past didn't amount to much, then I think it's probably better to have never remembered.
Oh yeah, that's smart.
Kaim, there's no need to rush it. Your memories will come back gradually. And they're not all bad.
What? No breaks?
You just had one.
Yeah, how about some water? A little fruit? How about a foot massage? My feet don't stink. Kaim, you up for that? Hello?
Pretty interesting. We got a real motley crew. Maybe some sexual tension between the two leads. Not yet. That'll probably grow. I don't mind the goofy guy. I like that he said, oh, you don't forget to shave your legs and pluck your eyebrows. Because she is this perfect video game character with a memory problem. And even though he can be a bit obnoxious, I like the delivery he has on some of his jokes, the way he like really quickly shoots them out. I likes the addition of that idiot and adds a lot of side. Yeah, and I thought it was going to be pretty cringeworthy, but he's actually had some decent jokes so far. All right, we're all here. Front row provides defensive wall for the back row. Very Final Fantasy looking enemies, that's for sure. Guard condition. Upper left hand. Uh-huh. Total HP the front row. Big vibration. It's so funny how they just stare at them as they, as they come up to smash them. Yes. When you punched out a guy who's trying to cast a spell, right? That extended the amount of time it needs to pull the spell off. It's called casting interference. You manage to cause enough interference, you can even keep the spell from popping off. Popping off? Well, enough talk. I'd say let's take care of the rabble. Bad. I thought it looked pretty good to me. A lot of, I feel like, goofy sound effects. The battle animations are really, really nice. I like the camera angle.
It's not in my nature to lose.
The, oh my god, spell tutorial. Bought in stores or learn by raising your level. Equip the skill needed for the spell in question. Right. So you can learn how to, you can know how to do a spell, but you need the skill to do it. Never want to be vivid. Oh, holding a neon makes my face explode. Da, 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 da.
Oh yeah! Let's get it on!
Well, at least he's not the main hero. Look at this motley crew. They're all friends? This guy. This guy. Why is that called a cliffhanger? I guess he sucks onto the side of cliffs and gets birds. A frickin' deer, magic deer. Seems with the skill you'll unlock the abilities those immortals once had when they were in their top shape as warriors, while local mortals know how to use the local abilities after sport. That makes sense, Color. Dagger bird. Everyone attack a dagger bird. Oh, 60. This controller vibrates like crazy. Oh no! That makes sense. So the mortals, they only learn like a couple at a time. These guys need to look like they're ready to defend. They never look like they're ready to defend. Front. 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 They got Diacorn. Like a unicorn with 2? Whoa! Knocked it down like a little baby deer on its feet. Stumbling fresh from the deer womb. Scratch. Oh yeah! I don't know what was different about that. Way to 9 it up, baby. The UI feels pretty good. Responsive, tight, fast. I like the camera angles a lot. You're really down low to the action. Lots of neat camera zooming in. The only thing this game is missing, I guess I should have held out longer, it doesn't tell you though, is them looking like they're actually trying to defend. Would be nice. And the MIDI horns that play after the battle. Oh, look how old the look at the like low resolution font on the 360 unlocks. What are they called? Trophies? Achievements? I never looked for that stuff. Never a trophy hunter. See, this seems like where somebody would hide their spoils of war. Is it just her fighting? Better adjust my one piece of armor on my shoulder. Or like the writing, I call this game perfect if they make the party go through places that have significant meaning to shit immortals, and there's an arc for each of them. So, have you played this game before, Khaled? Or are you sort of interpreting this as we go through? EC down. Yeah, so you need to hold it longer. We only do 9 more damage. Oh, he doesn't do any damage. I thought he just did low because he, rocks. Magic rocks being thrown at you. Magic. Alright, what's he got? He's got a skill. He can steal. Probably start stealing. Oh, you haven't played this before. So you're going in blind too. Interesting. So you can go through this together. That's neat. Jetson has magic. Jeremy B! That's him. And the volume just bit. I don't want it to bleed. Mike, because it is out of sync. I know he's got magic on him to steal stuff. We just watched 2 long memories, Jeremy B. Long memories, buddy.
What did you expect?
Could be 3. It's got a good game feel so far. Yeah, I'm with you there, Jeremy. Khaled, if they put them through these spots, and I mean, it's a well used trope to have your characters be immortal, and have them have amnesia so they don't remember. So then they're going through the game at the same rate you are. Nice. They're discovering things as you discover them. So then, yeah, if you put them into these places, and they're sort of having their own reaction that's half new, half old, because they're starting to remember, but it's still a bit fresh to them. It'll be fresh to us. I've never seen this place in my life. Although it does look like where I grew up in BC. British Columbia of Canada. West Coast of Canada, we'll call it. Oh. So, Metalhead says immortals will resurrect after being KO'd after somebody turns dead. That's neat. And Metalhead also says they kinda do, Khaled. I know he can't see me. I guess I could maybe... Eventually I could put the Twitch chat on the other side, maybe. Video. On the right side. For now, I won't. Anyways, Khaled, did you get that? Metalhead was saying that the immortals do have to go through the places that have significance, and there's an arc for each of them. Neat. Ram. Let's ram this tree over. Knock some seeds out of it. Ooh, got magma fragments. Oh yeah, we haven't equipped anything. God. Let's see here. Platinum sword. Nothing. Bruiser ring. Nothing. Accessory. Hawkeye. Magical items that reveal your enemy's special abilities. That's kind of neat. Berserker. What does that give you? Increased magical and physical attacks during critical HP. He's probably gonna take a lot of damage. She might need the Berserker thing, actually. She's got less health. There's nothing there. But White Fang. That's a cool name for a sword. Reveals the types and elements of the... Sure, you can have the Hawkeye. Yeah, that's probably all you can get out of a tree. I doubt you can ram them twice. But can you ram every tree? Yeah. Didn't even see what I got. Alright, off we go. Whee, look at this place. I love how fast they can run. I like in video games, even if they can run kind of like a silly speed, it's nice that you can get there. I'll relay the messages for now, Metalhead, or you can join us on YouTube, of course, but
Hey,
feel free to watch whatever you like watching.
I'm just gonna ask this once, okay? Will you listen?
All right already. What do you want?
Whining. Okay. Is that all you can say? Can't we just rest in that hut over there?
The dialogue is really low here.
All you do is complain, complain, complain.
I'm not like you two. I'm a normal human being.
All right.
Thank you.
Metalhead says, I've never used YouTube gaming. It's just like watching a YouTube video but live, is all. But, you know, watch on Twitch or whichever, whatever you like watching. Is there a setting for the dialogue volume? I'll check. It's not always quiet. Sometimes. System settings. No. I went North American style. I'm no weeaboo. But yeah, if we keep having people like Metalhead, if you keep joining us on Twitch, eventually I'll put the Twitch chat over on the right side, and then people can see it. There's a save point. Better save. I've probably saved 10 times since playing today. I feel like this game is going to be really good. Memories were a bit long-winded. The writing is a little bit redundant. I got a feeling that Sakaguchi wrote this, and he's not normally a writer for Final Fantasy. He was the producer-director for the Final Fantasy games. They had other people writing. He would trim their stuff down. I think that when Sakaguchi gets his own studio, everyone's like, you made Final Fantasy. Whatever you say is smart. I doesn't feel like there were enough people telling him, like, not giving him enough criticism, you know? Hey, there's a bed here. Let's stay here. Sure, why not? Should I have investigated? Are we going to get attacked in the middle of the night? Are these bandits? Maybe. I don't know. Seth Balmore. Metalhead says, this is what Final Fantasy 13 should have been, is how I feel. It kind of looks a bit like Final Fantasy 12. Some of the characters, but I haven't played 12. Just from what I've seen. We're big fans of 13 and the trilogy on this channel. What's that? The Sin Stone?
Listen, if either Kaim or Seth seem like they're starting to regain even a fragment of their memories, use this.
Ooh.
What is it?
How do you use it? Uh-oh.
Oh, hi. I couldn't sleep. I'm usually exercising, sparring with people, and I work out a lot before I...
Was that all?
Was what all? About what?
You know what I mean.
Yeah. Well, no, I don't know what you mean. What do you mean?
I love the way their dialogue overlapped there. It's very natural. Metalhead says 13 wasn't a bad game, just not a good Final Fantasy. Yeah, I would say it's... The first half of it is pretty poorly told, but the battle system is great. And once you fight through it, there's a great game underneath. That's for sure. But yeah, that's definitely why I wanted to check this out, to see what was Sakaguchi up to. That guy's he's getting funnier as he goes. And that's a nice little mystery. So this person that we're blindly following and working for, Councilman Gongora, who made us immortal and we don't even know anything about it. Weird. Lil B. Yeah, it doesn't it? So Lil B, what you've missed so far, this guy's an immortal. That girl's an immortal. The comic relief guy is not an immortal. There's wars going on. We're off to... We finally reached a mountain hut. Everyone is worn out. I can barely keep my eyes open long enough to leave these few words. We're going to stay in this hut for a while. A giant monster inhabiting the Epsilon has appeared. We've only glimpsed its shadow near the peak, but it was enough to make us think twice about going. I've got a light fever, probably from the rain during the climb. The weather changes so fast up here. I still have my appetite, and I've taken some medicine too. I should be fine after I'm rested. Keeper of these mountains is still on the prowl near the summit. We hear the beat of its giant wings and roars periodically. We should be safe in this hut, but who knows when we'll be able to leave. I thought the Epsilon Mountains were a terrifying place, a nest of monsters, but everything's so beautiful up here. We discovered an exquisitely rare flower today. There isn't much else to do, right? The master of the Epsilon Mountains finally seems to have moved on. At last, we can leave this place. We're going to ensure our safety tomorrow and depart. We're going to find them. Why do the books magically float? Yeah, so Lil B, we're on a mission. There's lots of war going on. There's some sort of secret project that's happening. It's very hush-hush. And it's about using the magic energy to make some kind of, maybe a weapon where they don't need soldiers. Our character and the other immortal seem to constantly lose their memory. And then we just saw the third character that's... Oh, I guess you saw that part already. So. That he had this like flashback that used the stone if they start regaining their memory. Power drink. What's that do? Power drink. Raises your physical attack power during battle. Wow. Very literal. What's up, Seth? Good morning, Kaim. Once we leave here, we'll almost beat the peak. Let's get moving. Epsilon Mountains, north.
The air feels humid.
Well, it's not going to rain. I know the weather. I have a sense about these things. And the sun's going to break through any second, and you'll be peeling off the clothes. Trust me. Oh, great. It's raining. What'd I say? It's going to rain. I knew it. Man.
MPE.
You're dismissed.
Oh, Lord Gongora, please wait. Pardon the intrusion.
Oh! Gongora, what are you doing?
A moment, please.
What is going on, Gongora? Answer me! The council has placed you under house arrest.
Behold.
Gongora, what is the meaning of this?
There are those who do not wish the monarchy restored to power.
But I do not wish it to be restored to power.
With all due respect, while some fools completely support our current republic, there are also those who long to restore a powerful monarchy. Regardless of what your highness may desire, our country struggles with two political forces, the past and the present. You must be aware of this. Fortunately, I was able to sense your danger through magic energy. Even though I am under house arrest, I could not allow you to be harmed. There are many ways I can secretly move from my manor to yours, your highness.
But if Roxian knew you had been out of your home, you would be subject to even tighter restrictions.
I can look after myself.
I, however, cannot. Had you not come, I would have ended up like that mouse.
You can always rely on me, your highness.
Thank you, Gongora. Thank you.
But who sent the poison? Maybe it was Gongora. Win his trust. I mean, the servant's song. Oh,
Well
maybe.
done. We'll have to push him harder. I'll be in touch when the time comes.
Called it. That's a lot of rain.
Not too smart, eh?
These cute little freaks. Black magic. What's one item to sleep? Water him out of window. Fire element. Earth element. Probably magic. I would assume magic supersedes their order. They just stand there taking it.
Yeah!
I love how good the rain wind is. Not a fan of fake rain. Metalhead says the only thing I didn't like about this game is the Gongora's character model. I mean, why those eyebrows? Yeah, he kind of looks like he's from a different game, actually. He's got like very extreme features. This thing does not retreat. Red Mage says, they're pretty amazing eyebrows. They're very intense. They're very like, I am the bad guy. Hear my eyebrows roar. You can't run up here. You must walk into the wind and the rain. Rain can be hard to do. Like rain falling on the ground is hard, for sure. Memory. Oh no, a memory. dream has been revealed. All right. Time to relax. Strong winds have always blown across this vast grassy plain. Perhaps the area's topography has something to do with it, but the direction of the wind remains constant, irrespective of the time or season. From east to west, from the horizon where the sun rises to the horizon where the sun sets. Swept by the unceasing winds, the misshapen trunks and branches of shrubs all incline to the west. Tall grasses do not grow here, and the grasses that do grow all lie flat on the ground, bending westward. Caravans and herding folk traverse the single road that crosses the plain. They do not come and go, they only go, moving from east to west, using the wind at their backs to gain distance. Travelers heading west to east always use the circuitous route that snakes around the southern mountains. It is much farther that way, but much faster than crossing the plain head-on into the wind. The road across the plain is called the wind stream. Just as the flow of a great river never changes direction, the footsteps of those who use the road have not changed direction since the past, nor are they likely to change far into the distant future from east to west. Human shapes that appear from the horizon where the sun rises disappear over the horizon where the sun sets. Never pass oncoming travelers, only the rarest exception. The first time she passes Kaim in the wind stream, the girl was just an infant. So was my grandmother alive then? In response to the girl's untroubled question, Kaim smiles and answers. She was, and I remember what a nice old lady she was too. Looking back down the road, the girl points toward the line of hills fading off in the distance. My grandmother crossed 7 hills on her journey. 7 a lot? Uh-huh. Grandma lived a long time. Most people end their journeys after 5 hills. The people they leave behind build a little grave where they ended their journey, and then they keep traveling. The girl points down at the ground where she's standing. This is as far as I've come, she says with a proud, happy smile. The religion of the girl and her family professes a pious belief that if they devote their lives to walking eastward against the flow of the wind stream, they will arrive at the easternmost source of the stream itself. The other chat is in Twitch. People call believers in that religion the upstreamers. The word carries a hint of fear and sadness, but also a trace of contempt and scorn. The upstreamers are devoid of worldly desires. They live their lives for no greater purpose than traveling eastward on foot. They are free of doubt. They give birth to children en route, and they continue their journey while raising their children. When they age and their strength gives out, their journey ends, but their family's journey continues. From child to great-grandchild, your belief is carried on. Hey, Mom, how are you? The journey of this girl's family was begun by their late grandmother. Began walking from the windstream's western verge with her son, who was then the age the girl is now. The upstreamers do not walk for the entire year, of course. During the season when the winds are especially strong, from late autumn to early spring, they take up residence in various post towns scattered along the road and earn day wages by performing tasks that the townsfolk themselves refuse to do. Some upstreamers choose to stay in the towns, while others, conversely, take townspeople with them when they return to the road in the spring. There are people with whom they have fallen in love with during the long winter, or boys who dream of travel, or grown-ups who have tired of town. Such are the reasons the townsfolk look upon the upstreamers with complicated gazes. The little girl's mother was one of those who joined the journey midway, and the girl herself, some years from now, might fall in love with someone in a post town somewhere. She might choose to live in the town, or she could just as well invite her lover to join her on the road. She has no idea at this point what lies in store for her. This person's gonna die. Every memory has been sad. The girl's father calls out to her, "Time to go." Their brief rest is over. She seems sorry to leave and stands up reluctantly. "Too bad," she says. "I wish I could have talked with you more, but we have to get to the next town by the time the snow starts." Constantly exposed to headwinds, her cheeks are red and cracked, her lips chapped, but her smile is wonderful as she wishes Kaim a safe journey. Is it the serene smile of one who believes completely in the purpose of her life without the slightest doubt? There was no question mark there. "Will I see you again somewhere?" she asks. "Probably." Kaim answers, smiling back at her, but he can never match that smile of hers. He is now in the midst of a journey that will take him beyond the western end of the wind stream. He heads to the battlefield as a mercenary, and by the time the western battle is over, a new battle will have begun in the east. It will be a long, cruel journey with nothing to believe in. When he meets the girl again along the way, Kaim's smile will have taken on even more shadows than it has now. Perhaps as a parting gift of sorts, the girl sings a few short lines for him. "This wind, where does it blow from? Where does it start its journey here? Does it come from where the life begins? Or does it begin where life ends? Yeah, oh, this wind, where does it blow from? Or where does it start its journey from here? Does it come from where life begins? Or does it begin where life ends?" "Goodbye then," the girl says, trudging on one labored step at a time, hair streaming in the headwind. 10 long years have flowed by when Kaim next meets the girl. I like the wording of that. They probably would speak with that, with a lot of like windy verbiage, you know. Story game. Says my mom. A story game, indeed. It is spring, when the grassland is dotted with lovely white flowers. She has become the wife of a young man who does tailoring and shoe repair in one of the post towns. This is my third spring here, she says, patting her swollen belly fondly. In a few days, she will give birth to a child. She will become a mother. And your parents? Kaim asks. She shrugs and glances eastward. They are continuing their journey. I'm the only one who stayed on here. Kaim does not ask why she has done that. Continuing the journey is one way to live, and staying in a town is another. Neither can be judged to be more correct than the other. The only answer for the girl can be seen in her smiling face. I like the soul jazz, Colin. But never mind about me, she says, looking at him suspiciously. You haven't changed one little bit from the time we met so long ago. For the 1,000-year-old Kaim, 10 years is nothing but a change in season. Some lives are like that, he says, straining to smile. Some people in this world can never grow old, no matter how long they live. He looks at the girl, now grown into a woman, and wonders again, living through endless ages of time, is it a blessing or a curse? Kaim's remark hardly counts as an explanation, but the girl nods with a look of apparent understanding. If that's the case, she says, you should be the one who goes to the place where the wind begins. You'd be the perfect upstream. She could be right. After all, the lifespan given to humans is far too short for anyone to travel against the flow of the wind stream as far as the starting point of the wind. Still, Kaim responds with a few slow shakes of his head. I'm not qualified to make the journey. No, anybody can be an upstreamer. Anybody, that is, who wants to see where the wind starts with his or her own eyes. Having said this, however, the girl adds with a touch of sadness, no one has actually seen it, though. Place where the wind begins, that place is nowhere at all. Even if, after a long journey, one were to arrive at the eastern end of the wind stream, the wind would be blowing there too, and not just an east wind, west wind, north wind, south wind. That's where me and my mom used to live. Winds without limit, without end. Human beings who cannot live forever, daring to take a journey without end. This might be the ultimate tragedy, but it could just as well be the ultimate comedy. Ha ha ha! Kaim knows one thing, however. One cannot simply dismiss it as an exercise in futility. How about you? He asks the girl. Aren't you going to continue your journey soon? She thinks about this for the space of a breath, and caressing her swollen belly, she cocks her head and says, I wonder. I might want to go on living the way I am now forever, or then again, I might feel that desire to reach the starting point of the All the upstreamers without exception say that you can never know what might trigger a return to the journey. One day without warning, you slough off the entire town life and start walking. It's not always a matter of running into an upstreamer and being lured back to the road. Plenty of people set out on their own all of a sudden. The teachings of the upstreamers say that all human beings harbor a desire for endless travel. They probably are not aware of the desire because it's stashed away so far down in their breast that it's deeper than memory. The instant something brings it to the surface, a person becomes an upstreamer. Even you have the desire, the girl says to Kaim. I wonder. It's true, she says, no question. The look on her eyes is as straight on and free of doubt as it was the last time he met her. Fixing him with that look, she points to her own chest. I haven't completely lost it myself, but I'm sure you're happy with your present life. Of course I am. Do you really think the day will come when you will want to set out on the journey, even if it means giving up that happiness? Instead of answering, she gives him a gentle smile. Many years flow by, but every now and then something reminds Kaim of the girl's words, that everyone harbors a desire for endless travel. For Kaim, living itself is a journey without end. In the course of his journey, he has witnessed countless deaths, and he has also witnessed countless births. Human life is all too short, too weak and fleeting. Yet the more he dwells upon its evanescence, the more he feels inexplicably that words such as eternal and perpetual apply more properly to life, finite as it is, than to anything else. Traveling down the wind stream for the first time in many years, Kaim spies the funeral of an upstreamer. A young boy in mourning dress stands by the road, holding out wildflowers to passing travelers and urging them to offer up a flower to a noble soul who has made the long journey this far. Kaim takes a flower and asks the boy, "Is it a member of your family?" "Mm-hmm, my grandma." The boy nods, his face the image of one Kaim knew soul. The old woman lying in her coffin must be the girl. Kaim is sure of it. Grandma traveled a long, long time. She brought my daddy with her when he was just a little boy. See that hill over there? She started walking from way, way beyond it. She got all the way here. The girl must have set out on her journey after all. Turning her back to the town life, leading her child by the hand, she trod her way on this journey. Her wish to aim for the place where the wind begins would be passed on to her child, her grandchild, and on through the succeeding generations. To head for a land one could never hope to reach, and to do so generation after generation. This is another endless journey. Is it a tragic comedy? Perhaps the serene smile on the face of the old woman in the coffin is the answer. Kaim lives the flower at her feet as an offering. The family members who have traveled with her join together in a song for the departed. This wind, where does it blow from? Where does it start its journey? Here? Does it come from where life begins? Or does it begin life? The wind blows. It sweeps across the vast grassland. Kaim takes one long, slow step towards its destination. "Have a good trip," calls the boy. Red and cracked as the girls were so long ago, his cheeks soften in a smile as he waves to the departing traveler. So, Khaled was saying upstreamers, that's what they call those immortals. I don't know if I don't think you have to be an immortal to be an upstreamer. I think actually none of those upstreamers were immortal. They all die. That explains how there are immortals from different genres. No, the upstreamers are just the people that walk into the wind forever. And that's they just choose to endlessly travel, and they never actually get anywhere. That's their belief, just that traveling is the key to their happiness. To see something new, to fight for something that could be. Pretty interesting stuff. I kind of wish they would just show it in the game. You know? 0 damage? Uh-oh, bad. What did you mean by that, Khaled? Jansen failed to steal. Jansen! The wind and the mountain where the end of the stream lies are all symbolic. That makes sense. Because he's on a path where he'll never reach the end of anything. He just keeps going and keeps going. He'll never get it. I have to go, actually. Today had to be a short episode, I'm sorry. But I will make up for it, where normally we take Monday off, but tomorrow we're going to be back with, I'm not sure. Maybe we'll do Lost Odyssey again, because I really like this one. Or we'll go back to Final Fantasy X too. Haven't decided. But tomorrow will be a bonus episode, where normally I take the day off. So that'll be fun. I want to thank everybody that watched and participated in the discussion. Lightning Monkey for always making my day start really nicely by saying a nice hello. My mom, Catherine Favre, for giving birth to me and supporting my whole life. Khaled Knifer for joining me on this journey and with lots of great questions and observations. Ali over the hill for your great hellos. Lil B for looking interesting. Corey Lavoie for letting me know that there are people on Twitch talking to us. Jeremy B for being a great patron and for suggesting this game. Sarah Hips, Bravely Forward, Alan Bloxham, Whispering Fisher, Smurf, Jason Goldman, Blaze Edge. And over on Twitch, Red Mage and Metalhead for chiming in and giving us some thoughts. So I'll be back tomorrow, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. I will see you guys later. You have a great one. I'm off to play some music for Stella's art class downstairs. So I'm going to go. Bye, 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 bye. Say bye to Leo. Yeah.